everyone, and welcome back to another collective moon update. We are having a beautiful new moon in the sign of Taurus. It feels so good to be here, to be doing this reading, to be tapping in and tuning into these energies. I have been for the past couple of days, and it's beautiful. I hope you guys can feel it. And if you can't, well, it's, your opportunity for the next 2 weeks to feel into it, to align with the energy, with what it's here to offer, which is just beauty and good vibes. I'm definitely feeling this heavily with this moon. We're in the month of May. I feel like for many of you, you could be experiencing better weather. You could be seeing a lot of greenery and flowers blooming. And yeah, I just think it's a really nice time of the year. Really happy, really fun. That's what it feels like to me anyway. I'd love to know, how are you guys feeling? How is the energy treating you? What are you going through right now? What's the energy that you've been experiencing? What are the things that you're currently going through right now? I'm super excited to tap in to see what Spirit wants to talk about today, because Taurus, it's such a beautiful sign. And for me, Taurus, it's a very feminine sign. It is ruled by Venus, and Venus is the planet of love, luxury, abundance, enjoying things here in the material world, enjoying the things that we can enjoy through our senses, It also, for me, represents like the divine feminine. Taurus is correlated to Mother Nature, to Gaia. And as you know, Mother Nature, she's abundant, she nurtures, she sustains, she flourishes, she grows, she's infinite, which I think are all qualities that can also describe, the feminine energy, that divine feminine energy, that mother energy, So yeah, with this being the new moon, I feel like it's asking us to take this time to set intentions, to plant seeds. And Taurus, it's a very patient sign. It's a slow moving sign. So I think the universe is kind of encouraging us and supporting us to think about what feels good to us, like what feels indulgent and luxurious to us. What things in this material, tangible world do we just love that, it just lights us up. And it doesn't have to be luxurious, like high-end, expensive. Luxury can mean different things to different people. Like luxury can be the taste of your delicious tea in the morning when it's still quiet before, the day starts and gets busy. It could be your garden, maybe you have a garden and you love to tend to it and care for it and watch it grow and eat from it, use whatever you're growing. Which I just want to share that I'm going to start an herb garden very soon this week with my kids. We've already decided which herbs we want to grow. So that's very on point with the Taurus energy. Maybe you want to plant a garden, start a garden. We're going to do a little herb garden, starting small. We have a bean plant growing because we were studying the life cycle of a plant, and so we had a seed and we talked about creating the proper conditions so that the seed can germinate. So it was a little project that we did. And once the seed germinated, they were so in awe, and then they were like, oh my gosh, we should plant it, which I don't know why I didn't have that in mind, but I'm like, yeah, we should. And it's growing so much, so fast. And we've also been reading the Harry Potter books. We're actually on book 2, and we're almost done with it. It's so good. I can't wait to see what happens. But in Harry Potter, they study herbology. So we started studying herbology too. And so we learned a bunch about different herbs and their uses and their medicinal uses and benefits and stuff like that. And so now we're gonna start our own garden, our little garden. So that's something I'm super looking forward to. But yeah, I kind of got off track a little bit there. But yeah, back to this Taurus energy. So this new moon is asking us to plant seeds, to set intentions for something that feels good to you, something that feels luxurious to you, something that feels, indulgent to you, that you can touch, see, taste, feel, that it feels so good. It could just be like a cozy jacket, sweater, a comfortable couch, like your comfortable pillows. Like I said, having that nice cup of tea in the morning or in the evenings, or going outside and feeling the sun on your skin, the breeze in your hair, or cooking delicious foods that you love that taste delicious. It's like an explosion in your mouth. Or smells, smelling things that are really satisfying, really nice. When I was cleaning and clearing the space, I used Palo Santo today, and it smelled so good. Like I just kept like relighting it just so I can continue to smell it. So maybe our senses are going to be heightened. Maybe you'll notice that around this time. And I feel like these are all really good things because it helps us to ground down and into like our material existence, into this 3D plane, and really enjoy all that is here to enjoy, really be present with it and indulge in it. So like I always suggest, you should take a look at your birth chart and see where Taurus is, just to get like more of a flavor of where in your life this is happening for you. But generally speaking, these are the energies that are supported for us during this time. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get right into the cards. I'm really excited because I feel like Taurus, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things that Spirit might want to touch on. If it's related to Taurus at all, the message, we'll see. I feel like I've been getting a ton of downloads, but I always like to pull the cards first just to make sure that Spirit, that I'm giving the message Spirit wants to give, that they feel is going to be the most beneficial for those of us that are here tuned in. Sometimes the downloads that I get and the messages I'm getting is what needs to be said collectively as well, and sometimes it's not. So let's see. We already got these 3 cards. This is so beautiful. I already love this so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited to see like what the message is. I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot now, and then we'll get right into it. Lots of major arcana so far. And then this card also flew out, so I'm going to go ahead and just add it right there. Okay. Lots of major arcana, again, like I said here. This energy is really bold. It's really strong. It's kind of like center of attention kind of energy here. So Spirit wants us to focus on just being very bold and expressive. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell us not to be afraid to like express our creativity, express our emotions, our heart's desires, like our softer side, our more feminine side. Spirit is saying don't be afraid to lead with that, and to accept that that part of us is also strong and can also really pack a punch, because I feel like we're taught that like the more masculine traits are the ones that should be celebrated, are the ones that, we should be embodying, that's what's strong, like maybe being very matter of fact, maybe being very logical, going by the rules and the structures, and trying not to stray from that, and trying to be like dominant, like trying to control outcomes versus like trying to connect with something. And, it not being so much about doing something, but more so being it and embodying it, whatever that may be. So it could be like that you're sensitive, and Spirit wants you to embody that to just, be sensitive, to express that, to show that, to be, soft and nurturing and giving and receptive, or open, like open to this kind of energy, and to maybe approaching your obstacles, or like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whatever it is that you're trying to conquer, win, be victorious over. They're saying, why not allow this energy into that space versus approaching it from that more masculine side? Why not allow more of that like feminine, receptive, magnetic energy? Like they're saying, like there's not a lot that you have to do here. It's more so like just tap into it and just embody it and just be something, and then that naturally will emanate out of you. And this is inner strength. It's kind of like when you can just sit in whatever is authentic to you and whatever it is that you feel in that moment, and just be that, because if you do approach it from this more masculine perspective, like I feel like you're gonna come off a little bit blunt, or reckless, or rude, or like a little inconsiderate. Like it's still smart. Like it's not showing me that it's like wrong, that it's false. It looks like you're still going to be bringing solutions and resolving things and cutting through things, moving through things. But it's showing me that it's kind of like in a way that is, again, like inconsiderate. It's a little bit reckless, unpolished, It's just a little forceful right now. And for you to kind of like smooth that out a little bit, you know what I mean? Like take the edge off a little bit from that energy. They're saying to move through creativity, through like fun-loving energy, more so than this energy of like just trying to reach a destination, just trying to get an outcome, just trying to like control something, and trying to have dominion in that way. They're saying instead try to approach life like more carefree, more fun-loving, from a more creative space. I think they're just saying like let your hair down, live a little, have fun, and know that this is strength too. This is strong too. We shouldn't try to stuff these parts down. Of course, there's always a time and a place for everything. That's why all of these different types of energies exist, because they're all needed. But I feel like right now we're really being called to, and like we're being supported to, embrace and be in touch with our feminine side, and just be, again, like giving and open and receptive, and just be more magnetic and really focused on the things that really make you happy. Again, like the things that light you up, the things that excite you, you know what I mean? Because when you're happy and you're taking care of yourself in these ways, you naturally just shine more. You become more magnetic, and you attract naturally what it is that you seek. Like the outcomes and stuff, it just aligns and it just happens. And it's not something that you have to like super be on top of and control and like use all of this willpower to make happen. It's just something that naturally aligns and will happen if you take this other approach, right? I just feel like Spirit wants us to start dominating like in a different way. There is something here that they're asking us to release and to transform, so that we can like have more of a balanced experience or balanced circumstances here. And again, I feel like this is something that we have to cultivate. This is something that we have to work on. We do have to show up every day. Like it's not like, oh, today I'm going to be soft and open. Like it's just becomes a natural part of how you express yourself, or how you show up, or the approach that you take when you allow yourself to tune in to that energy and to really respect it and see its strength, Because I feel like the feminine energy, like people can recognize its strength. People see its strength, but I feel like people I don't know, like they correlate it to like they don't want to be tempted or it's evil, especially if you have one of those religions that teaches you that, you know, that feminine energy in some way is like, it could be evil or it could lead you astray, it could take you off path. And so that's why people are afraid of it. So people do see the strength in it, but they're like relating to it in a way that's not beneficial, you know, and it lacks awareness and wisdom. So if you can tap into that energy without looking at it as it being something that's wrong or evil or something that you need to guard yourself against, but instead you open yourself up to it and you accept that part of yourself and you embrace that part of yourself, that aspect of yourself, and you respect it. And not only in yourself, but in others too. Like wherever you see that feminine energy, you consider it, you respect it, you honor it, you embrace it, you acknowledge it for what it is. Like that, you know, if you're respecting it outside of you, then it's something that will become easy for you to respect and acknowledge and let come up to the forefront within yourself. So instead of like demonizing this energy or thinking it's evil or disrespecting it, discarding it as useless, worthless, whatever, it's time for us to really connect with it and to understand it better and to embrace it and embody it, because we all have it. You know, it doesn't matter, like, if whatever you identify with, we all have masculine energies and we all have feminine energies, and in the world that we live in, it's mostly encouraged for us to be in our masculine energy. Like that's, again, like that's what's celebrated, is using your brain, using your logic, finding solutions, you know, like very mathematical equation type of solutions, like 2 + 2 = 4, you know, stuff that it's kind of like a formula you can follow that's always going to lead you to the right answer. And it tries not to get wrapped up into emotion, or it could even consider emotion and sensitivity and softness and receptivity. It could even consider those things useless, worthless. It could, you know, just not respect those things, not respect connection, relationships. Like it's not pro-social, you know what I mean? Again, that energy is useful and is needed, but we're looking for a balance here. We need to acknowledge both. We need to accept both and accept that we have both, and we have both for a reason, you know? And so we shouldn't only be operating mostly off of one aspect, but we need to bring both of those aspects and integrate them so that we can come from a place that, again, is more whole and balanced. And then we can really respect, you know, our own inner creativity, because that's where creativity comes from, is from like this feminine aspect. You know, you tap into something when you really learn how to work with it. You tap into something, again, that's infinite, that multiplies, that keeps on giving, so that can translate into creativity or into just being present in the moment, enjoying things, really enjoying things, not being too busy, you know, to sit down and really indulge and enjoy that cup of tea, or, you know, feel the soft, cozy blanket and rub your face on it and cuddle in it, you know, to really stop and smell the flowers, or to embrace Mother Nature, to just like look at the nature around you, at the beauty, at the glory of it, and to be present with it and to acknowledge it and to connect with that. I feel like Spirit really wants us to connect. Like it's all about connecting with the joys of life, the simple joys of life that are here for us to relish in. So yeah, this is looking a lot like a time where Spirit just wants you to connect to what's fun for you, to be creative. You know, maybe there's going to be a lot of love, romantic things happening, or those possibilities opening up for you, where you could like date, or maybe you're falling in love, and just kind of like letting that happen. Like, you know how when people fall in love, maybe they become a little more giddy, or they're just like a little a little more optimistic and positive than usual. And they want you to feel that and to just be happy, just be joyous and indulge in the things that bring out that happiness and that joy, that pure happiness and joy, that help you feel good, again, that light you up, that it lights you up. It just makes you so happy, you know? And if you don't know what that is, this is your time to kind of work on it, to think about it, to discover what those things are, you know, to learn how to connect more with your feminine side and to discover like what really lights that part of you on fire, like what lights that part of you up. How can you connect to your emotions, to connecting with others, to your heart, to being nurturing, receptive, open, giving, compassionate, because these energies naturally support you being open and receptive to your creativity. I feel like this is where we're going to be getting a lot of our life force energy. If we tap into this, I don't know, I feel like it's going to breathe us into life. It's going to provide so much wisdom as well. And it's allowing us to have kind of like this never-ending supply of love, compassion, relationship. Again, like I said, like that Taurus energy, it's really, to me, it's really connected to divine feminine, to Mother Nature. It's giving, it's abundant, it grows, it sustains. So I feel like we need to tap into that part, into that aspect. We need to tap into the abundance, and then when we have like that abundance flowing and growing, then you can kind of give it shape and give it form by applying the more masculine principles, you know, and giving that growth, that abundance direction and form. But right now, I think they just want us to focus on cultivating that abundance and tapping into it, being able to tap into it and connect to it and embody it, you know, let it like emanate out of you. Oh my God. Did you see that? My candle started like bubbling. I mean, the fire has been a little crazy this whole time, but that was crazy. I don't know. It just started bubbling. Okay. See, Spirit wants us to be like the candle. Like it wants us to be crazy and wild and free and like, you know, like it wants us to let loose a little and just let yourself shine. Be authentic. Be yourself. Stay open, loving, compassionate so that you can connect with others and so that you can respect this divine feminine energy. You know, the chaos, the mystery, the stuff that can't be explained, so that you can really experience that magic, you know, the synchronicities, and, you know, you can really experience like the universe communicating with you and talking with you and giving you messages. And it just makes your life so much more meaningful, you know what I mean? When you tap into that and then like you start creating this dialogue with God, with Spirit, with the universe. You learn how Spirit is communicating with you. It's like you start having this relationship with Spirit, with the divine, and you learn how to connect with it. And when you can do that, then it's easy to have relationships and to connect with others and to be compassionate and to be nourishing and opened and receptive, because it's like you're experiencing the magic that comes from that feminine aspect of the universe, that comes from that feminine force, you know what I mean? You're experiencing that magic. And everyone is going to experience it in their own unique way. And that's what makes it so special, because it's like it's your own unique relationship that you have with the universe and with nature. And you know, whatever relationship you have with nature, that's like having a relationship directly with God, you know? So everyone is going to have a different experience. It's pure magic. It's magical. It's going to bring you a lot of connection, a lot of purpose, a lot of meaning. It's going to motivate you, you know what I mean? And you're going to feel the power of this, the strength of this, you know, what it's like living from this space. And I feel like it's going to change your perspective in some way. Like it's going to change things for you where you are going to transform, you are going to release, and you are going to accept certain things. I feel like it's going to manifest in different ways for all of us. Like we all need to release different things or accept different things, let different things transform. And Spirit is just kind of like wanting us to start that journey, to like start taking those steps, start planning and planting, like literally like planting seeds and setting intentions and, slowly connecting with this energy and seeing the power in it, the strength in it, respecting it, acknowledging it, so that you can respect it and embrace it within yourself, but also in the external. Because as you know, we live in a world where it feels like a patriarchy, where that divine feminine force has been stuffed down, it's like not considered strong, or it's disrespected, it's discarded. And this is how we can start to bring a balance to that energy, is to acknowledge it within yourself, so that then, you're not contributing to stuffing that energy down. You see the power in it, you see the strength in it, and you encourage it, and you nourish it, and you embrace it, and you let it take up the space that it's meant to take up. And you don't just like push it to the side thinking it's useless or thinking it's evil, being afraid of it. But you learn to work with it in a way that is wise, that it's high vibrational, and that is balanced, and that is truthful, that is the truth, that is in line with universal law and universal truth and unconditional love. I feel like there's so much more that we can say here. There's so many different, I feel like I don't want to stop talking. I just want to keep going and going, because this is such an important thing. It's such an important message. It's deeply rooted, having like these patriarchal kind of views. And it's like something that's so deeply ingrained. So this isn't something that is just going to happen overnight. Like, it's something that we need to cultivate and show up for. Again, with that Taurus energy, it tells us that we need to keep showing up for it, so that it can bloom and flower and grow. We have to sustain it. So it's something that is going to happen over time. Taurus is like a slow moving energy. And yeah, I love this message. I feel like it's so important, really embracing the feminine energy and loving it unconditionally and regarding it as important and as strong, because it is, you know what I mean? It is. Like, Spirit is saying, like, this is your life force. Like, this is where your life force comes from. This is an absolutely necessary step for you to truly be balanced and for you to truly experience that oneness, that connection to all, to source, and for you to truly experience divinity, and magic, and to have your own unique relationship to God, to the divine, and have the ability to love. Because I just feel like feminine energy, it can be very sexualized, it can be very objectified, you can really degrade and pervert that energy, like really corrupt that energy. So when you have this approach, you're no longer doing that. That's like super lower vibrational. Like, now you really do cultivate like a sexual wisdom, and you're even able to connect to sexual experiences in a way deeper and meaningful way. When you stop, looking at women as an object, but start considering them as like whole human people with feelings and wants and needs, and have compassion and consider those things and treat them like a person versus something you just want to get something out of, and you'll just lie your way to get it. And again, that's just an example, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you can also apply it energetically speaking. It doesn't have to be like a woman thing. It's just the energy. Like, that's what happens to this energy. So it's about like learning to acknowledge it and respect it and love it and embrace it and see the strength in it, the power in it, the necessity, the importance and the role that it plays, which is like a super big important role, you know. So yeah, this is really, really important, and I feel like there's so much more that we could say and that we could explore and that we could talk about, but this video is getting really long, so I'm gonna cut it here. If you feel you want more, if you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings. I would love to work with you. I would love to connect with you and to assist you in whatever way I'm able to. I will leave my information in the description box below so that you can contact me if you're interested. I hope that you guys enjoy this energy. I hope you guys tap in. I hope you're having a lovely time. I just feel like it's going to be a really good summer. I don't know, like from now until the summertime, I feel like there's a potential to just have such a good time, such a magical time, just really enjoy it. And really learning how to work with this energy, I feel like plays a big part in how you can really connect with the magic, you know, that exists right here in this 3D material world. Because, you know, life is hard. I know life is not easy, so we might as well enjoy the things that we can enjoy. And this is a big part in being able to do that, and like, you know, having the faculties to be able to do that is learning how to work with this feminine energy, and yeah, just learning how to connect with it. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly hope this message has served you. I hope to see you around here again very soon. Take good care of yourselves. Big hugs, and until next time, bye.